All right, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? My name is John Rich. I am the Communications Director for Americans for Prosperity Mississippi. I'm here to introduce our State Director, Trey Dellinger. Prior to joining Americans for Prosperity, Trey spent more than 20 years in private law practice, the last 17 of which were with the Wells Marble firm, where he defended businesses and individuals from civil lawsuits. Trey was consistently ranked the top lawyer amongst his peers and by his professional rating groups. In 2015, Trey was selected by the Mississippi Business Journal as one of Mississippi's top 40 attorneys for leadership in law. Before entering the practice of law, Trey earned his undergraduate degree in physics magna cum laude from the University of Mississippi in 1992 and the JD cum laude from the University of Mississippi School of Law in 1996, where he received the Robert W. Upchurch Award for Excellence in Federal Jurisdiction. Trey has been a long, active community member in politics and otherwise in the state and his local community. Now I introduce Trey.
Can everyone hear me okay? Everyone hear me? Okay, we got a little background noise. Thanks everybody. I want to thank you for coming out today on a rainy day to be here with us. As John said, my name is Trey Dellinger. I'm the new State Director of Americans for Prosperity Mississippi. And it's an honor and a privilege to speak to each one of you today. I want to thank you for coming out. You know, we're here for a great cause. We're here to fight for the American dream today. This is an exceptional nation because here we believe that every person deserves a chance to make the most of their lives, regardless of their background. America was the first nation in history to make that dream a reality for ordinary people. We want to make that dream a reality for every Mississippian because everybody deserves a chance to be somebody. We believe the best way to give them that chance is by giving them more freedom. We want to give Mississippians more freedom in education, more freedom in our criminal justice system, and more freedom from excessive government spending and taxation. In the field of education, we believe that every child should have access to an excellent education. Parents should have the option to choose any public, private, charter, or homeschool for their child, regardless of where they live. We believe that parents are the most effective judges of their children's education needs. And after all, more importantly, they're your children and it's your choice. They don't belong to the state. Parents, we believe, have the ultimate moral right to choose their children's education and to direct their children's education needs. We believe giving parents education options can strengthen public schools. Competition makes everyone better. But we need to stop tying the hands of our public school teachers with red tape. We need to give public school teachers the freedom and flexibility to succeed. It's time to move away from our one-size-fits-all, top-down, bureaucratic education system. Flexibility breeds innovation, and innovation breeds excellence. We must make public schools more flexible and more innovative and give them more local control. If we want a freedom-based education system, we will have to have the courage to challenge entrenched interests. But just as importantly, we will have to act in good faith. We will have to work not only with people who already agree with us, but also with people who don't yet agree with us. We will have to listen to and address their legitimate concerns. We have to reach out if we want to achieve our goals. If we act courageously and with goodwill, we can create a freedom-based education system that is second to none. We also will work for more freedom in our criminal justice system. Far too many of our citizens are behind bars. Only 2 other states incarcerate a higher percentage of their citizens. Make no mistake, violent criminals deserve punishment and should be put away. Public safety comes first. But for nonviolent criminals, the case is different. We need to bring an end to the mass incarceration of nonviolent offenders. And we need to move away from penalties that prevent ex-offenders from getting work once their sentences are served. The cost to taxpayers and the cost to human lives of mass incarceration of nonviolent offenders is just too high. There are more effective alternatives. We can give nonviolent offenders a path to reconciliation without sacrificing public safety. Besides, we have all fallen short and are in need of grace. We need a justice system that corrects and restores, not one that condemns and destroys. We need to stop making prison a revolving door and give offenders a path to re-enter society and make the most of their talents and gifts. It's time for us to give second chances a try. Finally, in the field of fiscal discipline, we at AFP believe that we must give people freedom from excessive government spending and taxation. A low-spending, low-tax environment is more efficient and produces more prosperity for everyone. But, more importantly, workers, investors, and business owners have a moral right to their earnings. Their wages and profits belong to them, not to the government. Moreover, it is time to end the idea that government spending has to go up year after year as if it were a law of nature. We will support legislation that restrains government spending. I'm excited to have each of you here today. The great volunteers and activists at AFP are the heart of this organization, and I thank each of you for coming out. I can't wait to get started working with you to give every Mississippian more freedom and more opportunity. Let's get started.